You learn how to pray in the dark seasons. You're led there. The night is the seasons where you are hoping your trajectory was going to be sharper. The night is the season where you imagined your life at this point would be more delightful and happier. These are the night seasons. Paul talks about these night seasons in Romans chapter 13, verse 12. He says this, the night is almost over. This is where I'm getting the message from. The night is almost over. The day of salvation is almost here. The moon is going down. The sun is coming up. It says this, the day of salvation will soon be here. And so then he says this, remove like dirty clothes your dark deeds and put on the shining armor of righteous living. This is the Apostle Paul, the one who wrote more than half of the New Testament, saying the night is almost over. David, our beloved, the one who struck down Goliath, he talks about the night seasons too in Psalms chapter 23, verse 4, where it reads, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear, because your rod and your staff, they comfort me. John talks about the same exact thing. In John chapter 1, verse 1 through 4, it reads like this. And when I say the Word, I'm talking about Jesus. In the beginning was the Word, Jesus. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. He was in the beginning with God, and He is God. Everything that was made through Him. There was a partnership between He and the Father. God created, but He moved it through Jesus. It was God's idea, but His power moved through the Son, and the Son created it. So everything that was made through Him. So that nothing was made that was made. In Jesus was life. And that life was the light of man. Now watch this. And that light pierced the darkness, and the darkness could not comprehend it. All of the spirits, or all of the discouraging thoughts, there is a light that pierces through that, and all the discouragement, all the fear, all the confusion, it cannot comprehend how all of a sudden it's getting parted. Can't comprehend it. I want to tell you that the night is almost over. If you're in a night season, the night, just take my word for it, the night, encourage me this morning, come on. The night is almost over. I've got 3 major points for you. The first one is that we're led into the night. The second one is how we live in the night. And the third one is the promise as we're in the night. The first one is being led into the night. How would you feel if I told you that these night seasons that you're in have been assigned by God to you? God has led you into the night. In Daniel chapter 2, verse 21, it says this, that God changes the times and the seasons, and so He has arranged for the night season, and He has brought you into it. I know that doesn't sound very encouraging, but just bear with me. We just got to be real just for a few minutes, and then I'll share the promises with you. But in Exodus chapter 7, verse 16, it says that the Lord delivered Israel. And He says, I want you to come into the wilderness where you will worship me. I want to bring you to this season, this dry season, because that's where you will worship me. You worship the Lord different when you're desperate. You learn how to worship when you're desperate. When you're on the mountaintop, it's very easy to forget how good God is to you. But when you are saved from a season, oh my goodness, that affection is so high. You learn how to pray in the dark seasons. You're led there.